What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this POV review by Autobahn. My name is Max, and today we are taking a look at this, a 2023 Audi RS e-tron GT. It is, what a cool car. Wow. I love the spec. I absolutely love the spec. This is a demo car from Audi headquarters, and they have spec'd it in this, I think this is Tango Red. Absolutely love it. We had an RS7 in this color once and it also worked really well. So yeah, kudos to Audi for speccing this car. Love it. Never seen it before on an RS e-tron, and I think more people should order it like this. You have some exterior carbon, some black stuff of course in the grille. This like grille surround part is black on the RS of course. We've got exterior carbon here on the side, a black logo, and it just works really well. I think in general it's a very handsome car. It's super cool looking, and this red just really emphasizes that. So yeah, I absolutely love it. Let me know what you think in the comments. I think it's actually a better looking car than a regular Taycan. I think the Sport Turismo, Cross Turismo, I think they are cooler and better looking, but I think the regular sedan, I think this is a better looking version. So wheels and tires, we've got these Goodyear Eagle F1 tires with 21-inch wheels. Very cool wheel, very intricate. Behind that we've got carbon ceramic brakes. That is awesome as well because the car is quite heavy, 2300 kilos, so you need proper brakes to slow it down. Carbon on the mirrors as well. Carbon roof looks super cool. And then at the rear we've got ceramics as well, and a 305 section rear tire. That's a big fella. Lovely rear lights of course. Audi always delivers on that front. I'm not sure if it works right now. No, because I have it on. So normally, let me guys show you, why not? If you have your lights in automatic mode like that, you get a nice little animation when you unlock it. Rear lights look super cool with that LED bar and those arrows basically. You also get a nice animation of course, as usual with Audi. You do have a boot, but it's not mega big. It's quite narrow, as you can see. And also rear space is pretty limited, both in leg room and headroom. Of course, this roofline slopes down quite aggressively, and that does mean that you have less headroom. You do get a frunk, which is enough to stow another bag. That's pretty nice. So let's go and have a drive and see what it's like. We've got a 93 kilowatt hour battery and 646 horsepower, 830 newton meters of torque when you use launch control. Now let's start it up. I do really like the interior. I think a Porsche Taycan, that's the thing I keep comparing it to, because it's basically the same car of course. I prefer this interior. I think it's a bit less businessy. It's a bit, you know, there's more going on. It feels a bit more luxurious. So you have a one screen setup here, which I like. I prefer that to all the screens. So you have physical climate control buttons, which I think is very nice. And then go to drive, and that means that it starts up. And then we are going to hit dynamic mode of course, which means you also get a bit of sound. I hope you guys can hear that. It's like an ominous hum. And if you go to the drive select and into the individual menu, you can also adjust this. So yeah, you can adjust the volume, which is nice. And in efficiency mode and stuff like that, you don't have any engine sound or fake sound. So that's pretty good. I like that setup. So let's have a go. We've got four-wheel drive, of course, air suspension, both of which work incredibly well. It is such a comfortable car, but then when you decide that you want to have some fun, you just throw it into a corner and it just goes where you ask it to go. It is quite incredible. it's also pretty quick. Wow, it responds so well. Let's do a launch control, 3.3 seconds, 0 to 100. So we turn off traction control and then we should be able to go. Oh, and you can also feel the shift from the 2-speed gearbox that you have. So that is something I really like when you drive an RS e-tron or a Taycan. That gearbox always gives you that extra bit of acceleration, and it just makes it feel a bit more like a regular car, which I quite like. As I said, it is very, very good. It is comfy. It is flat because of, you know, the batteries in the floor. Of course, you have a very low center of gravity, and it just means that the car is just very confidence inspiring. Oh, and it responds so well, and just everything is weighted really well. I do feel like if you compare this to a Turbo S Taycan, this feels a bit more laid back. It feels a bit more relaxed. The brake pedal travel is a bit longer. All the controls feel a little more relaxed compared to a Taycan Turbo S, which is quite nice. I think this is a very relaxed driving experience. And it will go a little bit sideways if you have some sand on the road. It will go sideways anyway because it sends quite a bit of power to the rear. It's a very nice driving experience. So, onto the Autobahn we go. And let's have a little fun. So we've got dual wishbones at the front as well. Multi-link at the rear. Very, very good setup. Full throttle. 100 to 200, 7.3 seconds. Which is only like 0.2 slower than a Taycan Turbo S. So really, the price difference between a Taycan Turbo S and this RS e-tron is way too big, if you ask me. Because this is almost all the way there. It really is. So that's the top speed already, 266 on the speedo. It's very quiet in here. Oh, yeah, this definitely could work for me. If I needed to drive an electric car, this is definitely one of the contenders. Even though the range, it's still not great. It's WLTP range is 470 kilometers, I think, but when I picked it up, it was at 360 with 100% battery, and I drove it in efficient mode all the way here. I think that's something you can manage, 360 kilometers. But what if you have to go to Munich, for instance, from the Netherlands? What are you going to do? How are you going to drive? Are you going to drive 100 kilometers an hour on the right lane, or do you want to, you know, speed up a little bit? So charging up is also pretty quick because this is an 800 volt system instead of a 400 volt system, which most manufacturers use. So that means 22.5 minutes to go from 5 to 80% capacity, which is quite good actually. So yeah, little update video on the RS e-tron. Still amazing, love this spec. Let me know how you feel. I know that a lot of you are like basically against all EVs, and you don't want to know anything about it, and you don't want to watch any videos on it, but those of you who are watching, let me know how you feel about this car, because I think it's pretty cool. And that is coming from someone who is very, very sad about petrol cars and diesel cars going away. So yeah, I think it's a good car. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it. You can subscribe by clicking the big button in the middle. You can also check out this video, this playlist. See you at the next one. Bye.